Hello Cancer, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has liked, shared, commented, or given a thumbs up to the readings that I've been sharing with everybody over these last few years. And I still am encouraging and putting out there for you to subscribe to my channel, and if these resonate with you, of course that is, and like that is, and if you like, if they are, oh gosh, I just got all tongue-tied with the last one, and like with you before, and I just thought I'm going to start this one again. But it seems like there may be something that's a little bit tongue-tied with you as well. Maybe not all of you, but some of you may be able to relate to that. And actually, it's kind of been a little bit of a theme with a lot of the energies at the moment. And I feel like Spirit, the collective message here is that, Spirit are talking about because there are some changes that are hurrying. Oh, okay, God, here we go. That are happening, and I feel like there's that sense of you may be feeling a little bit hurried, and so you may be hurrying through certain things either to catch up with something because you've been relaxing and it's a well-earned relax, Spirit is saying, and some of this, but you may be seeing it as procrastination, and to some degree it may be, but at the end of the day I'm hearing like Cancer, your energy, the sign of energy from Cancer, your sign, is not to allow yourself to be too overwhelmed by it, because I feel like things are getting moving, and I feel like it's more like just the energy of things that are hyping up, and it's like, so there may be this sense of hyperactivity rather than hypoactivity, and so it might have been a little bit hypoactivity over the last maybe 6, 7, 12 months, or even a little bit longer, depending on what it is with you, for you. But things I feel are starting to pick up. Okay, so there's a little bit more of the hyperactivity. So some of you, because I'm now see my energy is like, and I'm not stumbling over my words like I was before, so it's just getting it out. So you may not have been, you may be in this funny little flurry here, or a hurry to try and do things, get this done and get that done, but I'm feeling and I'm sensing like, Cancer is saying, your energy is saying, that energy of Cancer is saying, the sign of Cancer is just saying just tie-ho a little bit, because it's like literally like I can see they're showing me like a crab, but with the nest being, or the space where they're hiding being rustled up a bit or moved, something's there, and they scurried along and jumped in another little hole. So it's like, because I feel like for some of you may be scurrying along, hurrying along, get something done, and it's not kind of working out, or you think it's going to work out, or that wasn't what it was. It's like, and then you kind of go in there and then you bury yourself and then don't come back out for a little bit, and it's until you feel like it's safe, or until you feel like you've got the right idea, and it's going to work. But I'm feeling and I'm hearing what they're saying is, it's either to stop doing that, or not do that, not go there. And it's like there is it's like the shift. There's the energy is shifting, and the vibration is shifting and lifting, rising. But your energy is shifting, and it's like, and I feel like they're just saying, give yourself a little bit of time, do what you can do what is presenting itself to you right now, and then there's and then there are other things that you can be doing or could be doing in the meantime while this is brewing in the background, until you find out the rest of the information, because I feel like there's something about doing one thing at a time, and it's like waiting for something to happen, or waiting for an answer. But I'm hearing like for a lot of you there are a multitude of things that you can be doing or could be doing in the meantime or in between, to get the flow on. And I just feel like it's like there's a sense of things changing around you and coming back into normal. or some sort of normal. There's like in a sense, how do you say it, like a new normal, or the normal of what was normal isn't exactly what it was normal, because nothing can ever be like it was normal, because you've grown, things have changed. So that's adapting. I feel like some of you may be finding it challenging to adapt or shift into that space, but and some of you are at a stage where, yes, it's moving, things are moving, and I'm ready to go. But they're just taking, I'm just hearing Spirit say, just taking a little bit of time, and not rushing too much. Okay, so anyway, here we have the Thinking Woman is number 47 in this deck. So it may be that some of yous are, like I say, overthinking it. You may be in business, or you may be looking at starting up a business. There may be something to do with a relationship or a partnership in some way. Whether it's, I'm hearing more to do around business or some sort of project. It may be a building project. It may be something to do with, a building, literally building a house or a property or a structure of some sort. So I'm just trying to but you may be, because I'm wriggling around, I'm just noticing, I'm trying to get myself comfortable, and maybe you are not comfortable, so, because I'm wanting to move to the side, but this is about facing everything straight on, and it's because I want to cross my legs that way and sit this way, but it's not comfortable. It doesn't seem right, it doesn't fit right, so, because I'm not facing something straight on, so it's this is the energy that I'm getting. It's like connecting and facing something straight on with yourself. So I feel like a lot of it goes back to yourself, because there may be some limiting belief patterns that are coming through at the moment. So today is the 14th of, it might be the 15th of, it actually is, I think, the 15th of, God, I have to go and have a check, excuse me. Oh yeah, no, it's the 14th, I'm a day ahead, the 14th of January 2021. So I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow, but something on the 15th must be happening, because I'm wanting to say the 15th. So I'm saying a day ahead. Yesterday I was a day behind. So there's something moving quite quickly for you, and there may be something about the 15th, maybe something standing up for you. So the Thinking Woman. So there's something about grounding, but there's also something about creation, okay, and realizing that you are the one that, is the creator. And it's about learning about ourselves as being the creator, and that we can create whatever the heck we want. So there may be a shift in the way that you're thinking about things. So you might have had, some of you might have had a setback last year, or in the last couple of months, and whatever part, and it may be just taken a little bit while that you've been a bit sluggish from that, and you're starting to come back. Things are starting to come back or move, because you've made the adaptations and the changes that you need to make within, but also without of you as well. So with whatever is going on with you. So there is, a strategy as well. This card here is, number 21. So there's something about relationships. I feel like a lot of you, it will be definitely a relationship about with yourself. What is, you building on your relationship with yourself. But when we do that, have a look around you and see how your relationships with others are on an emotional level, especially because you're not the same person you were before. It may be that you are being more outspoken and standing up and making decisions and asserting your power, asserting your energy, and so people are looking at you now in the sense of oh, she really has got what she needs to do with this. So, and maybe, and it's letting, instead of you second guessing yourself, it's they're second guessing you or second guessing them, because you've made some, there's some movements with whatever has been going on in your life over these last, could be 6-7 months, could be a year or two, might be a little bit longer, that you've seen all this evolvement, and it's now this is where you are, and it's I feel like there is another step that you're taking closer towards where it is that you want to be or do or give or have in your life. So there was a full moon yesterday. I keep saying full moon. It actually was a new moon yesterday. So you might feel some new things, and putting out your wishes and your dreams and your inspirations, whatever it is for you. But it might have felt like a little bit like a full moon in a way for some of you. So because I keep saying full moon. So there may have been a little bit of juggling and a little balance as you finally release something, so you can get on to doing, kickstarting, either ideas or actually literally kickstarting, opening a door for a business or a venture of some sort, or a new relationship, or it could be something completely different than that. It could be a new career, could be a new job, it could be something that you decided that actually I'm going to study this, or because you've changed your mind, and that's so. Okay, new moon in Capricorn. So this card here, this is the Moonology deck here. Your hard work is paying off. So that's kind of where I am, where they're going, where Spirit are coming from with these cards here. Is like your hard work is paying off. It's just keep doing what you're doing, because whatever it is that you're there, the learning from there is you're taking through into this new beginning. Okay, with this new moon in these, in the life that you have, got for you. Okay, so, oh gosh, there's a lot of cards coming out. So I'm doing a mind, body, spirit. We'll just see. I'm actually not sure where we're going. So there was, in my intention was to go mind, body, spirit, soul. So we'll see how spirit comes up with what they come up with there, what comes out. But there is that, the question behind it, or what I ask is, before I, get going here is, what does Cancer most need to know to help them through and guide them through, this next couple of weeks. So going back to my introduction, which I didn't fully, which I've been reminding myself, and they've reminded me to go back to, is, it's just to remind everybody that these are general reads, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, that's wonderful. If they're not quite fitting, hitting the point, or you're not quite getting it, or understanding it, then check out some of your other signs, because it may be that, they may have something in there that can give you, bring to light what is talking about here. And it may release something for you that you may be overthinking or underthinking what these messages mean. So the other thing is that this could be a forecast. So forecasts are generally in the future. So that could be another reason why it's not fully resonating with you at this moment. So like I say, and the other thing is, so this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. So if you're, if it falls underneath there for you, if Cancer falls under either of one of those signs. Okay. So this read is from the 18th to the 31st of January 2021, which is where I was really wanting to go to. So there we go. But then they're talking about that as sometimes you may have to get out what you need to get out and then go back to it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Not all the time, but there are times when we've just got to go with the flow of it, because whatever is flowing. Okay. Righty-o. Now, let me see where we're going. Okay, so we're doing this. So there is something which is interesting. We've just kind of talked about it. There's the 8 of Swords here. So this is the 8 of Swords. So you may have been getting in your head about some things, or maybe in getting on top of yourself, but this is about you setting yourself free. Okay, with the 8 of Swords coming up here in the mind. So it talks about the 8 of Swords is about mind stuff. So it's also about communication. So you may have been not communicating to yourself very well, some of you, and some of you, I feel like it may be around others as well. So, and then what others may be, you may be also letting others communicate to you in not a very nice way. And now it may be that you're stepping up and freeing yourself from that, which is where they're talking about is freeing yourself, because you're the only one that can do that. We are the only ones that can do that, okay? And freeing ourselves from what doesn't serve us any purpose for our highest good. So this is really up to you, because this card shows me that, the swords aren't that close together. So you could actually, even if you were blindfolded or or bound like that, you could navigate your way between the swords just through using your senses, or even if you weren't, navigate your way through there, because they're not that close that you're going to cut yourself or hurt yourself. This is about you standing in your emotions, because they're showing me, drawing me to the water that is there, the puddles of water there. Not letting your emotions, get in the way. You let your thoughts, and your emotions get in the way of whatever is stopping, wherever it is that you're wanting or needing to go. So the next card out is the 2 of Pentacles there. So it has probably something to do with change. and balance, okay? But working around, like, because I'm hearing with the two, this one there too, there's like, you know, there's something that's like financially, but also with the family as well, and energetically that is moving. So there's like, you know, there's taking the next step. So until you take that next step and, you know, shift your energy or the way that you're thinking, things that financially and or with the family aren't going to shift, okay? So this is getting out of your mind. So this is getting, you know, being in control of your mind, basically. Because then we have with this this first card here, first lot here, which is interesting. I think we're going mind, body, spirit, soul. So is the third card out that fell out with that one is the the 5 of swords. So there is some sort of you know, mental emotion, mental basically thoughts and activity that's going on in your head, okay, that is causing a little bit of disruption. And I feel like there is something to do, because this card is like, you know, there you may have, whether you're the victor or not, or the winner or the loser. It's like nobody wins or nobody loses if you're going to have an attitude, but there's something, an attitude about something, because you end up going to be hurting yourself if you are the victor. And because this is about, you know, stepping up and raising the bar for yourself. But I feel like they're talking about here as well as being, you know, you know, humble about whatever is going on, and not seeing yourself as the loser if you're the other way around. So that's been going into, you know, for some of you, you'll understand this, and it may be that you're having to make some financial changes, because in the background there, if you have a look, the waves are quite rough. You know, they're quite big and they're rough, so something is happening in there. But you can set yourself free. It's like getting out of the head with how this is going to roll. But I feel like if you can walk away with the sense of humbleness and gratitude, and not looking at yourself as, say, if you're the victor, and also if you're the loser, it's going away with, you know, I just keep hearing humbleness. I do have something in the back of my mind, but it's not coming out. So go with humbleness and gratitude, okay, there. So then we have these next 3 cards that fell out together in the physical side. So there's they're all in reverse, which is interesting. They spun around in reverse. They flipped over in reverse. So the spirit, the Hierophant there is in reverse, and that talks about spiritual awakening or a spiritual journey. So this is a 2 is about shifting your energy, because it's number 5 as well in the Major Arcana deck. So it's about, there's something about your energy, shifting your energy as well. And, you know, remembering that energy is vibration. You know, I mean, everything is energy and vibration. So it's like being mindful about what you're walking and what you're talking for some of you, and how you're speaking, because it goes back to that communication as well. So I'm hearing too, because this one here is like, the next card out is the 4 of Swords. It's like taking some time out. It may be that you're needing to get into doing some meditation, but in a different way, or shifting what you're doing, or just getting into meditation, because we have the Knight of Wands here. So I'm hearing too with that, and I'm feeling that with the Knight of Wands being here, that when you shift it, shit can happen quite quickly, or things can happen quite quickly. Whatever that you've got in your mind, it's like, you know, it may be that you're resisting taking a break or taking a rest, or you think you're taking a rest, but actually maybe no, you're not. So, because I'm now hearing like convalescence, and it not so much that you are sick, but it's just like, for some of you may be unwell, or you may have like the ship might have hit the fan, because you might have hit the wall because of overworking. So it's like taking a step and going within, basically, and looking, you know, and I feel like some of you have been given some really like definite, prominent signs that you're not listening to. Okay, so you may not be listening to your body, you may not be listening to your intuition about what is going on around you, and taking a little see what's over there. So some of you, there may be some I'm just saying, you're not seeing things. My eyes just starting to like get a little bit of not pain, but a sharpness in there, and it's like when I'm looking, so there may be, it's like you're not seeing something, and it's like on an emotional level. Okay, so this is about cutting free, or like figuring out, sorting out that whatever it is that's emotional that you've bought into, that you are seeing, because you're feeling it. It's gone in your head and then you feel it, and it's like, and I do feel like it's not all yours. Some of it is, that's gone there for some of yous, but not all of it, okay? But then this Knight of Wands is, and maybe you're blaming yourself. There may be a part of you that's blaming yourself for something that you could have, should have, would have, didn't do. But I don't feel like there, for some of yous out there, I'm feeling there's nothing you could do about it. Somebody's made a decision, and that's not, it was out of your hands, and it wouldn't have mattered whatever you said or done. They've made a decision to go this way, you know, or do that, or have that, or, you know, for some of you it may be about purchasing something, and somebody's got themselves in the poo, and it's maybe kind of affecting you, or this might have happened. It may have affected you in the past, and so you're like maybe still holding on to some stuff. So it's now time to, you know, lay that to rest, basically. So that's another way, and then, you know, take the learning from it, okay? So that is about laying that to rest. I feel like it's like you're not resting something or letting go of something, okay? So until you do that, this Knight of Wands, you know, is in reverse. Things can get moving, because it's like the Knight of Wands is a younger male energy. So there may be a younger male energy in the past that's come through and upset something, but I do feel like this is kind of moving to a positive thing, in the sense that this male energy, or this Knight of Wands energy, brings through some, you know, this motivation, some energy, some passion and support, in that way. But you may be like pushing that away, or you may be not seeing it, okay? So whether this person is in spirit, or whether this person that you, for some of you, will not be able to identify with that, is in the living, is living still, it's like, you know, there may be something that you need to take notice of. It's not turning a blind eye, basically, okay? And get emotion and be emotionally attached to it, okay? So it's like, you know, in this, not, you know, it's just in the sense that you're not taking the blame for it, or not carrying all of that, okay? But I'm going to turn those around, okay? Because if I turn them around, because they fell out in that order, the Knight of Wands is like pushing you to take some rest and to go on the spiritual journey. So, and that, because he's the entrepreneur. So whatever this is, it's like, get ready. And then we have the Magician coming in on a spiritual level as well. So he's the, you know, I mean, the Magician. I say the Emperor, actually, but he can be seen as the Magician. Okay, so he's coming in with quite a grounded sort of an energy there. But he's taking control, because he is an authoritative energy, okay, the Emperor. He knows what he wants, and he makes things happen. He takes control of not only his emotions, but his thoughts as well, and he gets the job done. He's very good at overseeing things and delegating, I'm hearing. So maybe that some of you are maybe like needing to take some time out to take some, you know, like it says there, to, you know, have a wee look-see around what is going on, and before you make your move in this next direction, okay? So this is, I feel, about you being in your power, being in control. So there may be, like, whatever is going on here, there's maybe a resistance to breaking free from old patterns, because this is on a soul level, okay? So you may be working through some stuff there, Cancer, some of yous, not all of yous, but in some way or form you may be, and releasing some old ideas and thought patterns, because something is breaking away. It could be that it may be you. I'm getting the feeling too that there is something there. It seems like there may be a breakthrough, is the word that I'm getting here, for you, where you can actually start to release it, or you're identifying what you've been on a soul level holding on to, or what is like holding you back, but or you holding you back. It's like not, but it's, I feel like you're getting more of an understanding, but you're taking on a spiritual level. It's like, see, these cards are like about, taking some time and being in control of your own presentness, what in this now, what is going on with you in the present and the now, and also in following that through, like, into the future. Only you can do that, okay? And how you want, and how you behave, how you want to do, be, give, and have in your life. Yeah, okay, that's where they go. And who you want to do, be, give, and have things with in your life. And also, what you want to do, be, give, and have in your life as well. So there seems to be I feel like there's a breakthrough where there's something that's been like you've been unwittingly dragging behind you on a soul level as well as a spiritual level, and it's something that's come through, but there's some layers that are coming. I'm going to turn that around, okay, the right way. So no more resistance, because we're turning that around. You're turning something around. Whoa! Here's the King of Swords in the mind. How cool is that? He's on top of it. He's in control of his thoughts, and you know, he's making decisions. I feel like you may start to get into the space of making some decisions, good, steady, strong, long haul decisions about what in for the future. But the communication too. I'm hearing about your communication. It's like he can be quite cutting with what he said. So when I'm talking about communication there, it's not. Some of you may have been quite cutting, and it may be that you have been like zipped it up for a little bit and not saying anything, and it maybe have come out quite cutting or quite gung-ho there energetically. And so it may be that you just find that balance, okay, because this is, sometimes if you're on an emotional level, you might think, well, if that, I'm just going to come out and say what I want to do, what I want to say and what I need to communicate. And it's like, it's sometimes because you've held up all this emotion, and it's like it's coming out maybe a little bit too direct, okay, rather than, so that's finding that balance, okay. And I feel like some of you will be finding it, and some of you maybe somebody might have pulled you back, but whatever it is, it's like he's in control of that now. He communicates very straightforward, very to the point, this King of Swords energy that is coming through for you. He's cut through the bullshit of the mind. That's why he's not buying into anybody's lies or thoughts anymore, even his own, okay, or even your own. So, and then in turn, this, opens up your world a little bit more, because you're being more in touch with yourself, and you're more, I'm going to go to the bottom of that, because they're just showing me this one here, this Five of Wands. It's like, I'm going to take that one actually and put that one in there, because it's like there is the struggle, the physical struggle there is shifting, okay? Absolutely beautiful, because this is what the Five of Wands is about. So there may have been some sort of upset or a struggle going on there with others and yourself, basically, but something about, because you're you're not buying into drama, you're in that sort of thing, others and or your own, you're grounded, you're more grounded than what you were before here at his feet. But it's like the sword's up in the air, so it's like no more nonsense, okay? It's like you're more onto it, and the world, doors, opportunities start to open up for you. But it's like, and there's less struggle, because it's like you're not taking ownership of, what's happened in the past, and you're not taking it into the future. Wow, awesome. I'm not taking any of those because I haven't even asked the question yet. Okay, so what do we have in my mind? So, and it's just too many. Okay, there we go. Thank you. That's better. So then on a spiritual level, there's judgment. So there's something that you're setting yourself free. Okay, and there is this Five of Pentacles, which can be seen as a setback as well financially. So it's like a lot of the stuff, or some of the stuff, is maybe centered around financial matters, financial stability and grounding. But there's something that is like you're moving through that. It's like you're setting yourself free of that. So this is where those doors start to open, because your mindset is shifting. You're not buying into your own stuff. You're not getting caught up in dramas. And it's like there's the physical side of you is starting. You're making changes within the way that you are looking after your body, because this is partly here. And and so you'll be ready to run with things. But it's like on a spiritual level, but you have taking that rest as well. That's and like, gosh, it's interesting, spiritually as well, getting in touch with yourself, but also taking that time so you can do that. So getting ready for this this movement that you're going to be going into, should you allow yourself to go into it. But if you do, the world starts only, like, it helps you there. You're starting to not buy into the stuff. But then we get to the spiritual side, the judgment, setting yourself free from that. And this here it's, you know, the setback here, the financial setback is like you're freeing yourself of the emotional, or the emotional entrapment, or the emotional, or the, not just the emotional, but I want to keep going to emotional, but the thoughts and how you think about, and the emotional connection to money, how you think and you're emotionally connected to money, finances, you know, whatever it is for you, however you see that, but also around the family dynamics as well, which will help lift your energy. So that's absolutely beautiful. There's something you're walking away from there. You're moving away from the, you know, the feeling of poverty, or the feeling of lack of, you know, money or foundation and stability. Something is moving. So that's beautiful. That's amazing. Wonderful. So we'll just see what this last card says. So comes up for you. So what is on a soul level coming up next for Cancer? Okay. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Here we are with the Seven of Wands. So there's something about you being protective, okay, about, you know, where you're going with this journey. There's something about because this is in reverse, this Pentacles, and it's the Seven of Pentacles. So there's something about, you know, a choice. So something may be working all right for you. You may be thinking that something's working all right, or you believe to be so, because there's a new opportunity there, or something new that comes up that maybe you're looking at, you know, you may be thinking about looking at it. And so there is something about being a little bit protective about that, because it's like, well, creating boundaries around that. So with the wands here, so this one here that I'm hearing, what I'm feeling, is like there's, you know, maybe protecting yourself from making, you know, a decision that that you may have felt or made before in the past. So there's something about the way that you look at things, like this coming from a soul level, that you've seen a pattern with, that there's a change in that. So I kind of feel like this is like you've been like creating boundaries, so for some of you, so you don't go there again. This is what I'm hearing with that on a soul level. For some of you, I feel like you may be feeling like a little bit over guarded about moving forward or making a decision. And this may have come up, you know, multiple times in this lifetime, and you're maybe breaking free of that. So there's something about breaking free of that as well. But something I feel is like, even though, yeah, there's some sort of resistance to looking at things new, but I'm going to turn that around for you. So it's like there may have been like a little bit, yeah, I'm hearing guarded or protective, and maybe creating boundaries with you know, putting up blocks to new beginnings, okay, or something new. So it's like you're in this lifetime now, so you can make a choice, your own choice, and that's the amazing ability and gift that we have in this, you know, in this lifetime, in any lifetime, is that we have choice, okay. And so the Page of Pentacles comes up in you know, in reverse as well. So there's something about, you know, getting out of your head, shifting some of the stuff here, into moving into these new beginnings, because the Page of Pentacles has you know, like some seeding ideas and thoughts in how you can grow from this next level, because this is after the, you know, this the soul one. So I wanted, you know, they're talking about that. So you may be blocking something, you know, like you may have some ideas and that you think are not going to work, but actually you know, you're not going to know if you don't give it a go, okay. So it could be something new, because like there's one there, and there's something new here, okay. And they both, you know, these two both were in reverse. So it's about you know, dropping your guard, giving yourself a go, giving it a shot, whatever it is. Okay, Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for you now, with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure. So it'll be very interesting to see how you get on with this and what comes up for you and how this resonates for you. So please do drop me a line, and, you know, give me a thumbs up if it resonates with you. I mean, and if it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you. So I totally get that, and that's okay. But yeah, do drop me a line and see, yeah, so I can see how this pans out. So it's very, very, very cool, very interesting, and so with your journey. So God bless you, and God protect you, and I'll see you in a fortnight.